What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Bitcoin market update. Let's start off here on the monthly time frame. We're looking at the monthly candle to close in 9 hours and 9 minutes roughly. We have a pretty bullish candle here with a short upper wick. If we were to close roughly where we are now, that would be a very good sign for the bulls to continue higher in the next month. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we have our Ichimoku cloud in good position for continuation, but the RSI is telling us we are losing strength on each rise in price. Each higher high that we get, we are getting a lower high on the RSI, signifying diminishing strength. But we have formed a higher low in comparison to this one and are on our way up once again to try and test a new all-time high. Let's go to the daily time frame. So yesterday we talked about this gray spot right here that I am waiting patiently to get a long position filled at if we are to come down to that level. Now, in the Telegram channel that we have for the Lutheria community, yesterday I talked about the potential for us to come above into this level. I might have even mentioned it in the video from yesterday on my market update. For us to come into this level, grab the liquidity, and then go down into the gray zone and bounce off of there, hopefully then go up to the 63K level. Now, you can see today's candle, we did go up and hit that level. The high of that was roughly 60,000, 59,999 on this exchange. We went up to 60,029. So we only went 29 points, well, 30 points above it on this exchange, and then subsequently dropped down a significant margin, down about 5%. So that that movement did not surprise me, considering that we pointed out yesterday we're getting this declining bull volume here. Today we're most likely going to end up with bear volume, but what I would like to see for a move into this area would be something like what we're actually seeing right now, a close with a doji candle that is signifying the short-term end of this run up that we've had over the past 5 days, and then see that come into this gray zone and then go up for a new all-time high. Minimum target at 63, and that level is coming from our good old friend here, the pivot indicator, where we are seeing the R3, which is up at about 63.1. So these levels are usually pretty good indications of where price, in a price discovery mode, where we are at currently operating at levels where there is no previous price history to go off of. The market is discovering what it thinks the actual fair market value for the asset is, in this case Bitcoin. So that's why it's called price discovery. So we're getting near going into price discovery again, which would be anywhere above 61,925. So if we do get up to there, the first level, the first resistance level is that 63 level. That is at that is right here at about 63.1. The next level subsequent using this indicator would be about 80K on the weekly time frame. If we go to the daily time frame, we're about to print new pivots in about a day. So this one's not really going to be relevant unless we somehow like rocket shipped up here in one day, but that would be at 71K. I imagine wherever the daily pivot ends up in terms of the R1 and the R2 is going to be something to watch. So that will print in about a day. So this is the level that I'm looking to go long. Good risk reward here of 2.43 roughly up to that 63K level. Stop loss below. I really like these setups because of the fact that as I pointed out when we were back here on this day, I know I mentioned in that video that if we get 2 candle closes below it, it should act as resistance right here. And it completely rejected that idea and pushed right through it. Now when it does that, that is a very good sign that on a retest it should act as very strong support, because it did not even react to this level on the first go. So we'll see what happens, but that's where I'm looking to enter a trade. Let's go to the lower term time frames, the 12-hour. Sorry, this was left over. So on the 12-hour time frame, a couple things to keep an eye on. We had this candle right here, which we might call a Darth Maul candle because it kind of looks like a double-sided lightsaber with both of the long upper and lower wicks. This R1 level is appearing to suppress price pretty well. Right now we have this gray zone, which is our support zone that we are currently operating on because of the fact that you can see right here we rejected off it once, rejected off it twice, pushed through it and closed above it, closed 2 candles above it. So it's acting as support right now. I would not be surprised to see, the next, like the rest of the day, today's price action to be contained inside of this 12-hour Darth Maul candle, and just see it, like we don't really break the high and we don't really break the low until the monthly candle closes. And then it would also not surprise me, given that the monthly candle will be closing looking pretty bullish, that as soon as the monthly candle opens, the price is going to go down some because the whales are anticipating, that people are going to be trying to play that long entry there. The other scenario is this doji candle ends up being the higher low in comparison to this one, and we go up for a new all-time high from here. Now that is possible, that could happen. So that's really the two scenarios that I see playing out. It's either doji candle here, we go down into the gray level and then we go up to here, or doji candle here and we just continue to go higher from there, and this low ends up being our higher low, and we go up to here. Those are the two scenarios. Either one could play out, but those are the two things that I'm kind of looking at. But the only entry that I'm going to be making is this one down here. So if the other scenario plays out and this runs away from me and just goes to all-time high from here, I'm fine with that. I personally don't think that the upside after we break to new all-time highs is going to be that substantial. It easily could go far higher once we get into price discovery. Like it's just like you're just figuring out what the price of the asset is, so it could go, pretty high. But I do think that we're due on high time frames to come down at least for 1 month before continuing higher, as we've just had this parabolic rise without really any slowdown in price. On the weekly time frame, we have had some higher lows, but we're also getting diminishing strength. So I don't necessarily know how this is going to play out in terms of for the bulls, if this is going to go into this R3 and just break right through it and go up, to some crazy level up here to like 80K or something. That could easily happen. But I would, like I said, I personally really like this gray level as an area to go long. So that's going to be the area that I'm looking at. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, look at what we're dealing with here. On the 4-hour time frame, we saw us grab the liquidity from this high right here, which was this drawdown in this high right before the drawdown right here, where there was increase in bear volume. So a lot of people had their stop losses right here. So that immediately triggered this drawdown in price. Now we're currently pushing into this yellow level, which is our resistance zone on the 4-hour time frame. That's this white candle from back here on March 15th. And so that is the level to watch. We're currently pushing into that again here. We tested it here again. Test it. We keep testing it. We've tested this level several times. The more times you test this level, the weaker it gets. So eventually if we go above it and close 2 candles above it, that'll be a strong level to open along on a retest of if we do end up getting up there. We did grab the liquidity that was below this low as well right here, giving us some fuel to go higher as well. So it's something to keep an eye on whenever you see either a key high or a key low get wicked into, and then the candle closes either above it on a low or below it on a high, then that is telling you that stop losses were triggered in that area, and people, the big players in the market, were reactive to that, and they pushed the price in the other direction because of those stop losses getting triggered. So that's what I got for Bitcoin for you today. I hope it was helpful for you. If you liked the video, give it a like down below. We really appreciate that. And join our Global Lutheria Community Telegram channel. Everything is free in there. We post news articles, different trades that I'm looking at taking. The community talks about different things. We do live rooms in there, kind of like podcasts, but rooms where you can listen in live and talk to some of the people that we have in the community. And it's all free. It's all there for you. Everything you need, one spot. So definitely join that. The link is in the description below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, onward and upward.